Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's video. We're going to have a look at the weather for the next 10 to 14 days for today's video. Day 10 will take us to the 21st of June, and we'll be able to extend out beyond that with the extended GFS and CFS Ensembles. Maybe in a couple of weeks. We'll have a look at the CFS V2 at the end of the video for the next 4 weeks. Gets us into early July. I'll get to that for you in a moment. Just to say that first, video saying was our 6 AM UK weather forecast, and also we've released a second autumn update. Check out those two vids if you'd like to do that. And second Glasgow update is coming up for you this evening as well. So if you're interested in the weather for Glasgow, check out today's fourth and final video coming up this evening. Okay, let's start then with Central England temperature. The CT is now sitting at 4.2, which is just a little bit above average, 0.1 degree above average. That has come up very, very quick. That skyrocketed over the past 2 or 3 days. Remember, like a couple of days ago, that was over a degree below average. We're now 0.1 of a degree above the 61 to 90 average. So that really is coming up very, very, very fast now. Not surprising, given how warm it is, and means of a GFS upward temperature and precipitation ensembles for the next couple of weeks. We're looking at Birmingham today. So red line, so 30-year upper air temperature average for Birmingham. You see we are very substantially above average at the moment. And although the upper air temperature comes down a little bit around the middle part of the week, generally, they're staying above average throughout the whole period. So this is almost getting us to month's end now, 27th of June, and upper air temperatures, you know, very much above average from start to finish, albeit at a slightly lower level compared to where we are now, but nevertheless still pretty warm. You will notice the thick green line taking off as well. Just here, that is the GFS 6N operational run. That becomes very warm towards the end. More about that in a moment. Precipitation-wise, heavy showers and thunderstorms today and tomorrow, or a risk of them. Anyway, can't guarantee in any one location, of course. And then a few days of drier weather through most of next week. We might see precipitation coming back through the final sort of week, 10 days, but that includes Glasgow period as well, of course, so still looking a little bit mixed with Glasgow period. More about that in tonight's fourth and final video. Temperature anomalies from the 11th to 19th of June above average, not just for UK and Ireland, but through most parts of Northern Europe too. Precipitation anomalies from the 11th to the 19th of June, drive an average in the east, nearer north, further north and west. Latest Windflow Map from earth-nullschool.net shows that we've got very variable winds today. Winds coming in from an easterly direction just to our east. Now you can see where the high pressure is sitting. The high pressure is over Scandinavia. That's bringing in those easterly winds. But when they get to the UK, they sort of stop. We're actually bringing wind up more from a southerly direction today, which of course is the reason why the temperature has become so very warm in the last day or so. Right, let's start going through chart data then. This is our latest UK Met Euro run. It's looking for midnight on Wednesday. High pressure over Scandinavia, bringing the wind from an easterly direction. Very similar to the setup we've got right now. A little bit cooler with those easterly breezes though, probably. And then into the second half of next week, the high pressure sticks over northern western parts of Europe too, all the way up to midnight on Sunday. High pressure very much in the ascendancy. Winds probably going back into the south again by next weekend. Could bring hotter air back up from southern parts of Europe maybe. Icon again with the high pressure dominating the weather over Scandinavia on Wednesday. Slightly cooler, fresher easterly breeze, but basically we're under high pressure right way through to next weekend. This is midnight Sunday, or midday Sunday, I should say. Winds coming in then from more of a southerly southeast direction. There's a Thundery low around Biscay, so probably turning hotter again next weekend, but maybe Thundery from the south. The GFS midnight run, once more, high pressure is in the ascendancy through the weekend and into next week as well, and on into next weekend. Eventually we get to day 9, day 10, some thundering areas of low pressure begin to push up from the south, so that is a little bit of a change. Around day 9, 10, we might start to see a bit of a thundery breakdown with that area of low pressure, but not for long. The high pressure is coming back to the east, winds going back into more of a southerly, southeasterly direction Again, looks very warm, I have to say that, as we go into the Glasgow period, but could be a little bit volatile. That's how it looks as we get to the end of the GFS midnight run. Again, low pressure is out to west, high pressure to the east. Winds generally coming up from a southerly direction. Looks very warm, potentially hot, and a little bit volatile through the last week of June. GFS 6Z once more with the high pressure over to the east of the country on Wednesday. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's all high and dry with high pressure well and truly in control. Low pressure begins to start drifting our way as we get to Monday the 19th, and then beyond that, heading up to day 9 and 10, we are in a more of a thundery type scenario there, with low pressure coming in from both the south and the west as we head in towards the Glasgow period. Might be some heavy showers and or some thunderstorms. Not for long though, because Azores High begins to start pushing back up from the south again by the time we get through to Friday the 23rd. And then as we get beyond that, Saturday 24th, Sunday 25th, we've got this area of high pressure over coast with some very hot air sitting just to our south. Look at the upper air temperatures. We come to the end of the GFS 6Z, plus 20 Celsius iceberg into northern parts of France, just off the southeastern coast of England. Might be turning thundery by that point due to those very hot upper air temperatures. But it is a signal that the heat is starting to build over the continent. Again, we're seeing this on a few GFS runs now. Notice, again, Spain, we've got plus 25 Celsius iceberg in there. I say plus 20 Celsius iceberg getting into the far north of France, just off the southeast coast of England. Is that a sign that by the end of June we could be in really hot temperatures once again? Possibly, but of course, it's over 2 weeks away. So, you know, I wouldn't want to put money on it, but it is kind of like what we've been seeing over the past few summers, most notably, of course, last summer. If you enjoyed the video, please can you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much, everybody, to do that. Drop a comment, let us know what you think about this and all of our videos, and don't forget to tell friends about GavsWeatherVids. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. We are almost at 16.1k subscribers. So I guess we're grinding to 17k now. Thank you so much, everybody. Okay, GM, we've got high pressure again over and to the northeast of the country. Winds coming in from a little bit of a cooler, fresher easterly direction on Wednesday. But high pressure stays in control through the end of the week and into the weekend as well. Bit of a thundery trough there just to the south of the country as we get to around days 9 and 10. Most of the low pressure actually going into the Bay of Biscay, with high pressure still centred over Iceland up to day 9 and 10. And winds coming in from a slightly fresher easterly direction. That might bring some heavy showers and storms into the south. And then the ECM looks like this. Once more, that high pressure dominates weather over Scandinavia as we go through the second half week and into weekend as well. That's Sunday next week. A trough of low pressure to west of Ireland, bridge to our east-northeast, winds coming in from a hot southerly direction. And then around day 9 and 10, we just ease this trough of low pressure into the country, possibly starts turning a little bit more unsettled, especially so for more northern and western areas by that point, but still very warm. This is my precipitation forecast based on the ECM run from TibetShow.com. So heavy showers, particularly in the west today. Could be some thunderstorms mixed in again. Beyond that, we go into tomorrow. More showers and storms, parts of England, Wales, and also Scotland, possibly Northern Ireland. Notice this eastern region missing out on most of these storms, particularly in northern, central, and western parts of the country. The east is not well placed in the next few days for thunderstorms. Beyond that, we find high pressure takes over as we go through most of next week, until we get to around days 8, 9, 10. And then some heavy showers and thunderstorms start encroaching from the south and from the southwest too. That takes us up to day 10. By then, we're beginning to dry out a little bit. Bit of a sign of a change for next weekend, I think, and into the opening days of the following week with some heavy showers and storms. But again, I don't think this is like a definitive breakdown, and I would suspect we get back to high pressure quite quickly again. This is the option on the table within the ECM Ensembles today for day 10. Gets to the 21st of June. 51 out of 51 members of the ECM Ensembles, all of them with high pressure to our north and east, low pressure to our west and south. So this low pressure is bringing some heavy showers and possibly thunder into the south. High pressure over Scandinavia, of course, is maintaining very warm east southeasterly winds. So looks a little bit volatile, I have to say, around days 8, 9 and 10. And then in 2 weeks' time, these are the options that we've got. This would get us to 26th of June. 24 members of the ECM ensembles with high pressure to our east. Low pressure is out to the west. Winds coming up from a southerly, southeasterly direction with that. Could be very warm, and high pressure keeping things most settled away from the northwest. 15 with high pressure right over the top of the country, and 12 with high pressure over France. Probably some lower pressure around Iceland. Winds coming in from more of a west or a southwesterly direction. Most of the options at 2 weeks out still involving high pressure. The exact placement is the critical, the critical thing, of course, as always with high pressure. CFS Weeklies, finally, these are 500 millibar height anomalies broken down into week periods. The first week period takes us from the 11th to 17th of June. The coming week has high pressure over and to the north of the country. Winds coming in from more of an easterly direction with that. So, temperatures lower slightly, but it stays very warm and mostly dry. Week 2 will be the 18th to 24th of June. High pressure between Iceland and Scandinavia. Low pressure to our south-southwest. But low pressure could bring some heavy showers, maybe a bit of thunder into the south. Week 3 is going to be the 25th of June to the 1st of July. Low pressure then comes in off the Atlantic. This is a change from the CFS. That will bring cooler and more unsettled weather in from the Atlantic. And then week 4 will be the 2nd to the 8th of July. Low pressure between northern Scotland and Scandinavia. And again, winds coming in from a westerly direction. Again, could be a little bit showery, and it's a bit of a change from the CFS there. We haven't seen much low pressure on these 500 millibar height anomalies for the last several weeks. We do see it there. It's possibly just a one-off, the CFS throwing a different one out there. We might go back towards the higher pressure scenarios again tomorrow. So I think we need to wait 2 or 3 days to see this repeated. As I say, it's a very different week 3, 4, 500 millibar height anomaly that we see there from the CFS. So let's wait and see. Okay, we're done. If you enjoyed the video, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think about this and all of our videos. And don't forget to tell your friends about GavsWeatherVids. And we thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. As I say, we are grinding now 17k. We reached 16k a couple of days ago. Thank you so much to our new subscribers for getting us to 16k. And, yeah, we're almost at 16.1k, actually. So, please give us a sub. Tell friends and family to subscribe. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. Right, that's it for your 10 to 14 day. Just to tell you what's coming up tomorrow. Down 6 a.m. UK weather forecast. There will be a 10 to 14 day as well, and we're live streaming at 8 p.m. So I shall see you live tomorrow at 8, but a couple of videos to go before that. And of course, we've got the second Glasgow update coming up for you this evening. So if you're interested in weather for Glastonbury Festival, that's coming up probably around 6, 7ish, something like that this evening. I shall see you a little bit later on for that one. But for this video, this 10 to 14 day, that's all now, and thanks for watching.